Hi, I am Sheikh Mahbub Basha. Welcome to my channel. Happy learning.
Students, this is our Andhra Pradesh map. This is Anantapur, in short ATP. Somewhere here is Nandyal, NDL. Somewhere here is Guntur, GUN. I am using my own symbols. Somewhere here is Rajamandri, RDY, and somewhere here is Vizag, VZZ, Vizag. Okay. Suppose a person has started from Anantapur, maybe in his car, at the beginning, at the start, time t is equal to 0. He started from Anantapur to Nandyal, then to Guntur, then to Rajamandri, then to Vishakhapatnam, Vizag. He reached Vizag in 15 hours. At Vizag, time is 15 hours. Here, the distance is 840 kilometers. From Anantapur up to Vizag, 840 kilometers. So, speed is equal to, he has travelled a distance of 840 kilometers and in a time 15 hours. What is the formula for speed? Speed is equal to distance travelled by time taken. Distance travelled by time taken. So here distance travelled is totally 840 kilometers and time taken is 15 hours. So speed is equal to 840 by 15. This is equal to 56 kilometer per hour. At Anantapur, distance travelled is equal to 0 kilometer because he has started from Anantapur. Then by the time he reached Nandyal, distance covered is 200 kilometers and time is 5 hours. So from Anantapur to Nandyal, 5 hours time is taken and the distance is 200 kilometer. So we have to calculate Anantapur to Nandyal case. In the case of journey from Anantapur to Nandyal, distance travelled is 200 kilometer, time is 5 hours. So on simplification it is 40 kilometer per hour. So 40 kilometer per hour. Right. Now from Nandyal to Guntur, let us consider the case of Nandyal to Guntur. By the time he reached Guntur, from Anantapur to Guntur, total he has covered 450 kilometers distance. From Anantapur to Guntur, 450 kilometers and time is 10 hours. Let me clear all your doubts. Starting from Anantapur to Nandyal is 200 kilometers, time is 5 hours. And continued his journey. By the time he reaches Guntur, from Anantapur to Guntur distance is 450 kilometer and from Anantapur to Guntur time is 10 hours. So distance between Nandyal and Guntur is 250 kilometers. Let us consider the case of Nandyal to Guntur. Distance travelled is 250 kilometer and time taken is time taken from Nandyal to Guntur is 5 hours. So that is equal to 50 kilometer per hour. Okay, right. Now by the time he reaches Rajahmundry, total distance 690 kilometers. Remember, we are noting this distance starting from Anantapur. So 690 kilometers and time is 15 hours. So from Anantapur to Rajahmundry. Now consider the case of Guntur to Rajahmundry. Distance is 240 kilometers. 690 minus 450, we get 240. So 240 by 3 hours is equal to 80 kilometer per hour. 80 kilometer per hour. Now let us consider the case of Rajahmundry to Vizag. Rajahmundry to Vizag. Distance is, here it is 690 and here it is 840, means distance is 150. Rajahmundry to Vizag, distance is 150 and time is 13 hours to 15 hours, means 2 hours. So on simplification it is 75 kilometer per hour. So observe carefully. For the total journey from Anantapur to Vizag, speed is equal to distance travelled by time taken, 840 by 15, that is equal to 56 kilometer per hour. This is called average speed. Average speed. So average speed is equal to total distance travelled by total time taken. You can add a total in the numerator and in the denominator. Total distance travelled by total time taken. So from Anantapur to Vizag, 840 by 15, that is equal to 56 kilometer per hour. Right, V average is equal to 56 kilometer per hour. Whereas if we consider the case from Anantapur to Nandyal, it got speed as 40 kilometer per hour and from Nandyal to Guntur you got 50 kilometer per hour, and from Guntur to Rajahmundry you got 80 kilometer per hour, and from Rajahmundry to Vizag you got 75 kilometer per hour. Maybe it is because of 4-lane from Guntur to Vizag, he is able to get a maximum speed of 80 and 75 kilometer per hour. Okay. From this discussion, what we got is the speed is not a constant throughout the journey. From Anantapur to Vizag, speed is not constant. Here it is 40, here it is 50, here it is 80, and here it is 75 kilometer per hour. So the speeds are differing for different time intervals. For this time interval from 0 to 5 hours, from starting 5 hours the speed is 40 kilometer per hour, and from 5 hours to 10 hours, means next to 5 hours from Nandyal to Guntur the speed is 50 kilometer per hour, and from 10 hours to 15 hours from 10 hours to 13 hours the speed is 80 kilometer per hour, and from 13 hours to 15 hours, last 2 hours, the speed is 75 kilometer per hour. So the average speed is 56 kilometer per hour. So for this total journey, so the average speed is defined as total distance traveled by total time taken, and so it is 56 km per hour in this case. Here we got the concept of average speed. Average speed depends on duration for which you are concentrating. So you have got average speed different values for different time intervals. For the total duration from t equal to 0 to t equal to 15 hours, for this duration the average speed is 56 km per hour. So based on the duration you are concentrating and you are interested, you got different average speeds. Okay, right. Let us define the average speed. Average speed. The distance covered by an object in unit time is called average speed. The distance covered by an object in unit time is called average speed. So average speed is equal to total distance by total time taken. Total distance by time taken. So let me put in a box, highlight this formula. Average speed is equal to total distance by time taken. SI unit is meter. Distance unit is meter, and unit for time is second. So meter by second, if you write in symbols, m by s, meter by second. And CGS unit is centimeter. Distance is measured in centimeter by second. Time is measured in second. So in symbol cm by s, centimeter by second. Okay. The distance covered by an object in unit time is called average speed. So in a time t, let the distance is d, symbol d for distance, symbol t for time, and similarly for average speed, let us write v suffix avg, average. V average is equal to d by t. So V average is equal to d by t. Draw a box to highlight this formula. So d is total distance, t is time taken. Right? Now, if the total displacement is considered. What is displacement? Starting from initial point Anantapur, draw a straight line up to the destination final point Vizag. If there is a road or not, suppose you are drawing in air, so the straight line from Anantapur, the distance is, let us take example, 750 kilometers. So the magnitude of displacement from Anantapur to Vizag is 750 kilometers. In 15 hours, displacement in 15 hours he has covered a displacement 750 kilometers. Okay, in 15 hours displacement covered is 750 kilometers. Now in one hour displacement will be 750 by 15 kilometer by hour. So in 1 hour displacement is 750 by 15 kilometers. So this is what we call average velocity, that is equal to displacement by time. So 750 by 15, on simplification it is 50 kilometer per hour. So average velocity here is 50 kilometer per hour and its direction is from Anantapur to Vizag. From Anantapur towards Vizag. Now average velocity, let us give some definition. Average velocity, the displacement of an object in unit time is called, the displacement of an object per unit time is called average velocity. So let us write in a formula, as a formula, average velocity is equal to total displacement, let the symbol is S, total displacement S by time taken T. So V average is equal to S by T. Here V is velocity, average velocity is equal to displacement S by time T. SI unit is meter per second and CGS unit is centimeter by second. Now let us take questions from Think and Discuss. What is the displacement of the body if it returns to the same point from where it started? Give one example from daily life. Let us take this point as your house and this point is your school. One is house, another is your school. You went to the school starting from your house and back to your house, from house to school, immediately from school to house. So you have reached house once again. Here let us give symbol H for a house and S for a school. Here displacement S is equal to HH, distance between H and H, that is equal to 0. Displacement is equal to 0. Initial and final points are coinciding, therefore displacement is equal to 0. So this is one best example. A student starting from house reached school and he came to know that school is closed today, so he returned to his house. Here displacement is 0. When do the distance and magnitude of displacement become equal? Suppose this is point A and this is point B. Someone traveled from point A to point B along a straight line. So here distance is equal to AB, and displacement which is the shortest distance between the initial point A and final point B is also equal to AB. So displacement magnitude is also equal to AB. Therefore, in a straight line motion, distance and magnitude of displacement are equal. Distance and displacement. In a straight line motion, distance and magnitude of displacement are equal. Now, next question. What is the average speed of the car if it covers 200 kilometer in 5 hours? So, 200 kilometer in 5 hours. So, what is the formula for average speed? Average speed is equal to total distance by time taken. So substitute the values. Total distance is given as 200 kilometer and time taken is given as 5 hour. So on cancellation get 40 kilometer per hour. So here the average speed we got as 40 kilometer per hour. Average speed is equal to total distance by time taken, 200 kilometer by 5 hour, that is equal to 40 kilometer per hour. V average is equal to 40 kilometer per hour. Now, next question. When does the average velocity become zero? When does the average velocity become zero? When displacement is equal to zero. When displacement is equal to zero, then average velocity which is given by the formula total displacement by time taken. If the numerator is 0, total answer is 0. So the average velocity is equal to 0 if the displacement is 0. When displacement will be 0? If the starting point and the end point coincides, then in that case displacement will be 0. If any person starting from A reached B and returned to A once again, then initial and final points are coinciding, then displacement is equal to 0 and average velocity is equal to 0. A man used his car, the initial and final odometer readings are 4849 and 5549 respectively. Let us note down the values. Initial reading is equal to 4849. Of course, this is kilometers. Final reading is equal to 5549 kilometers. So time taken is 25 hours. So what we want? He asked to calculate the average speed. So average speed is equal to question mark. Distance is equal to final reading minus initial reading. Distance traveled is equal to final reading minus initial reading, that is equal to 5549 minus 4849, that is equal to 700 kilometers. Average speed is equal to distance by time. Distance by time taken. So 700 by 25. 700 kilometers, 25 hours. So on simplification it is 25 2 is 50 and 25 8 is 200. So 28 kilometer per hour. Average speed is equal to 28 kilometer per hour. So this is the answer. Let me write V average. V average equal to 28 kilometer per hour. Okay.